Hey everybody, BrickFleet here, and I'm back after a bit of an absence. Anyways, let's get right onto the video. As the title might have suggested, we're going to be covering the recent situation with LEGO DC superheroes. There really hasn't been any great DC sets released in the past year besides the UCS scale Batman vehicles and a couple of other sparse playsets that weren't really all that great. It feels like the theme has been in a decline for quite some time, and that leaves me and a lot of other fans nervous. However, just yesterday, a Brickset article by Cap'n Rex 101 was posted revealing the future plans for LEGO to revamp the DC superheroes IP. Mark Stafford, a designer at LEGO who is responsible for dozens of amazing LEGO themes, made a direct statement about the state of LEGO DC superheroes. At the moment, we are the superheroes team and would love to explore Marvel and DC. Personally, I hope we can get to the point of producing as many DC sets as we are Marvel. The reason for the current disparity between them is primarily to do with what children and parents are most familiar with. A few years ago, there were new Batman cartoons being released and DC was everywhere, so we had the opportunity to produce more sets. Nowadays, DC seems to be more focused on adults when it comes to things marketed worldwide, which makes it more difficult to develop playsets for a broader audience. So essentially what Stafford is saying is, LEGO still has the license with DC and does not have any plans to retire the theme altogether, which is comforting news for anybody who is into the DC comics and movies. I myself was worried about the merger between Warner Bros. And Discovery, and if that had completely disrupted the legal side of things for LEGO to produce more sets. As we've seen in the past, LEGO has had tons of issues with companies like Hasbro when they violated the agreement to not sell individual Star Wars minifigures in trading card packs. Either way, I definitely agree with Stafford's response. There's just isn't any DC content out there that would be appealing to an audience who is interested in playsets, which have typical fans that are on the younger side. This past year has been absolutely weak for Marvel as well, releasing only a handful of good sets in just this past year. The price barriers for the new D2C sets are absolutely atrocious. Although, in a way, I can't blame the designers because the sets will only be as good as the movies are. Could you imagine if we got Morbius LEGO sets? They'd either be absolutely trash or fans will buy it for the memes. While on the flip side, Star Wars has been absolutely amazing these past couple years. I'd argue that the reason for this being the case is because Star Wars has a lot of movies and shows coming out right now that the design team over at LEGO can draft up designs for. Also, I'm a huge Clone Wars fan, and I'm happy to see that we've got a lot of prequel representation in LEGO as of recently. Anyways, I hope the DC can step up their game and produce more movies and shows that appeal to a wider audience. I personally would love to see a gritty Teen Titans reboot, as that is probably the only DC-owned IP that I've always been excited about. Are there any other movies, comics, or shows from the DC universe that you'd like to see in LEGO? Let me know in the comments. Anyways, BrickFleet, signing out.